If the kitchen cabinets in your house are broken, fix them. Don't burn the house down, right? And I don't think this is about waste, fraud, and abuse. I think this is about revenge over civil servants who may have slighted the president. It's going to be hard to replace these folks. It's going to be a brain drain on our federal government. This is not the right sizing of government. This is the dumb sizing of government, and it has to stop.
That was Congressman Subramanyam of Virginia at a House oversight hearing Wednesday, slamming President Trump's plans to shrink the federal workforce. Borrowing a tactic from billionaire first buddy Elon Musk, Trump is pressuring more than 2 million federal employees to quit in exchange for 8 months' pay. A federal judge has temporarily blocked Trump's buyouts from taking effect pending a hearing on Monday, but at least 60,000 people have already agreed to resign. Federal employees who haven't accepted Trump's offer now fear they'll be forced out. According to a memo obtained by the Washington Post, layoffs are, quote, likely if too few civil servants decide to quit. Congressman Subramanyam's district includes more than 34,000 federal workers, and at a town hall earlier this week, they told him what it's like watching President Trump come for their jobs.
I am angry. I am seething. I want you and I want all of the other Democrats as angry as I am.
And joining me now is Congressman Subramanyam of Virginia, a member of the House Oversight Committee. Congressman, welcome back to the Saturday Show.
It's been a busy first month. I feel like I've aged a couple of years. I'm glad you have good makeup people in the back.
Right, because this is your very first term. So what's so terrific about that clip that we just showed is that there's a constituent of yours, but an American citizen who says, I'm angry, I'm seething, and I need you to be as angry as I am. Are you?
I am angry. Oh, my goodness. Not just for the federal civil servants who did nothing wrong but their jobs and who got fired with no recourse and who feel like they don't have a voice right now, but also for the American people, because these federal civil servants, a lot of them tell me, look, I can get a job in the private sector, but I do really important work. And I cared more about the program and the project that I've been doing that keeps us healthy and keeps us safe. And so I'm angry for the American people. I'm angry for my constituents and certainly for the federal civil servants.
So this is the question I've been asking since the talk of doing this stuff became a reality. Is this even legal? Does the president have the power to just say, you're out of a job, or even, we're going to pay you to not show up for 8 months?
Yeah, this is absolutely not legal. And the courts, Trump appointees included, keep swatting this down and saying that, this is a gross, a gross infringement upon the powers of Congress, the powers of the American people. And so, unfortunately, we have a House Republicans in charge who don't really want to do much oversight. But that's why I've said on the Oversight Committee that we need to force the issue and we need to do everything we can, whether it's legislation. We tried to subpoena Elon Musk in the committee this week. We got to throw the kitchen sink, because this is a very, very critical time in our democracy.
But that's the thing. You are in the minority. Democrats are in the minority. You guys tried to subpoena Musk, and the Republicans, they slapped it down. Is doing things like that, fighting like that, knowing that you're going to lose, is that part of the plan?
Yes, absolutely. And here's part of the plan is that when we get people like the people who showed up at my town hall, we expected 50 people. We got close to 500. And there were people in the lobby of the building who didn't want to go. They stayed and they watched it from the outside, and they came in afterwards. And that kind of energy from the American people, from my constituents, and if we stand up for them and fight for them, this administration has already shown, whether it's a federal freeze or other issues, that they will back down if they hear from the American people.
The state of Virginia is home to 144,000 federal workers. How many are in your district again?
At least 40,000 federal civil servants, and that's without contractors, without military as well. So well over 100,000, I would say, total.
As you talk to constituents, and these court cases, they're injunctions, which are great signs. But how worried are you that as these cases work their way up the judiciary, the federal judiciary, that they'll get knocked down and that President Trump could get a victory here.
Yeah, I am worried, but at the same time, there's a lot that we can control, right? If we continue to stand up and fight, if we continue to point out all the things that the whistleblowers are sending to me, we've set up a website now even for federal workers to share their stories. If we share those stories publicly, I've started seeing them back down. And I've even heard from Trump voters in my district who have buyer's remorse already. One told me today that they're a Republican, but they're scared now. They're concerned. They thought that the president was just going to lower costs. And now look at what's happened, right? And so there will be political ramifications, and they will back down if we keep fighting.
Can you just give me an example of one kind of whistleblower thing that you've heard?
Yeah, we've heard hundreds. There was one person who came to our town hall, and he said that a DOJ employee came in, told him to fire half the workforce in his agency, and then set up shop and is sleeping there. I mean, our federal agencies are being used as Airbnbs now. Can you believe that? I mean, what if Biden had done that, right? There'd be a witch hunt, right? That'd be crazy. And so we have to hold this administration accountable. We have to find out, because they're not telling us much what's going on. And that's why when federal workers actually speak out, that helps us a lot. When people like that woman speak out, that helps us in the fight. So I always tell people, federal workers, or even just people just generally, organize. Now is the time to mobilize, because we can't just stay silent. That's how democracy dies. That's what they want us to do.
Congressman Subramanyam, thank you very much